What's up, Brayden? What's up, Jordan? Got here pretty quickly, I see. Finally time to do the final step of the coal, which there was only 2 steps, which is placing and mining. Finally, to this point. My god. What's up, Nathan? Yep, it's finally time. Let's see if there's anything else I need to do before. I think that's it though. All I need is this crafting table. I know what I can do. You know what? Nah. Let's put the crafting table near it. No. What's up, Mad Folk? Somehow I like completely skipped over your message. I don't know why. But I guess it's time. I forgot how I used to do this. I think it's I don't remember if I did like all 4 or I just did 2. Do 2. No, I'm good. Just still tired, but
Might be also allergies too, to be fair.
I definitely am not sick. I changed my mind. This might actually be faster than placing. Maybe. Definitely a lot more consistent, that's for sure. Yeah, Braden. Okay, I need to remember my XP level. 281. I need to keep that in mind. up Burway. Burway, right? Burway. Was it Burway? Yeah. To be fair, yeah, I would say around maybe 7 years, but I had a 2-year break, so I don't know. I usually am not a person who's like takes breaks in consideration, but I kind of should. Take breaks into consideration. What's up, Verdench? Verdench? You said it? Yeah, I wouldn't really blame you. Actually, I really wouldn't blame anyone. I'm just surprised at how fast I'm actually going up levels with XP. How do you do this again? Can I just do this? I don't even remember what job you're referring to in 2022, to be honest. That's probably a no. I don't even remember. It's something a little different. It's been a pretty interesting journey from after the project, I'll just say that. Up Solon. Okay, I changed my mind. This is definitely slower than the placing. This is gonna take a while. No, I'm gonna get to the nether after I mine all this. Well, okay, not right after I mine all this coal. I'm still gonna do some Patreon stuff that I need to actually do. Then I will do it. Which that won't take very long anyway. That'll take like maybe an hour. Probably, I hope. This will take a while though. This is gonna take a long time. This is the PS4 version, but it is the legacy version. It's the PS4 legacy. Still same world size, to be fair. It's still a classic size world, so it could be pretty much the same thing, to be honest. Just more optimized. Finally. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, hitting this wall every time. I think I'm gonna have to remember how annoying this is, this process. Oh. Pickaxe. Definitely used to using my silk touch. I think I'm gonna go every 2 rounds. So like every time I fill my inventory twice, I'll dump it in a sugar box or something. It's a really interesting balance between how much coal I can fit in my inventory and how much coal blocks I want to keep before I actually throw it in a sugar box. It's a really weird balance to have. I could calculate how long it would take me to get this done, actually, once I go make a loop back. I could get probably a rough calculation.
Well, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be a while. A really good while. Netherite does not exist. This is 1.14. Give me a second. Oh, definitely allergies are kicking in. More water. When I have so much coal because I mined it. It's like a quarter of my world on the legacy version. Actually, I think it's more than a quarter of the world. It's over. It's. I forgot how much it's worth. Um. I don't know, like 8 million blocks, something like that. Up, crispy taco. Like 8 million blocks worth of coal. Like, if you mined it 8 million parameter, 8 million block parameter, this is how much coal. At least on the older versions, this is how much I got. A lot of coal. I'd say that much. I think this is like 130,000 coal or something like that that I have to mine. God damn. Been mining it with the. Oh my god. I need to pay attention. I need to get rid of that. Now I don't have to worry about switching, accidentally switching.
That took 25 minutes, so 1, 2. Another 20, another 30 hours. Another 30 hours of coal mining. That's great. of mining, or whatever it is. Something like that. I'm around 30 hours.
Come Ruffy. Yeah, surprisingly, it's a day I'm off, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just do a little stream. Go for a couple hours, just get some mining, finally get some mining done for coal. Nice 30-hour adventure. Yes, nice 30 hours of mining coal. It's quite thrilling, isn't it? So like everything else is quite thrilling as well. Absolutely. There may be quite a bit of action in the nether though, to be honest. Like unironically, once I start trying to get rid of that lava. Now once I actually have a process down, then probably not, but I don't know. It's gonna take a lot of... It's gonna be pretty difficult. Oh, absolutely. There's gonna be a lot of deaths and my armor's just gonna cry a lot. They need to. It's definitely gonna... Like, I think my armor may need therapy after this.
Definitely not. Not in not with the nether. think the only interesting thing about this coal mining is gonna be what level I'll be at. Well, I wouldn't. Well, I guess the amount of coal I get too is also kind of interesting to know, but I would say knowing what XP level I'll be at by that point. Because I started at 281.
Yep, I'm finally mining, just not exactly what people would think I'd be mining. That's actually pretty interesting. Definitely did not know that. Might as well. You know, I'm gonna set an alarm too. It's been a good, like, probably 30 minutes, so.
Yes, the watering alarm. Every 30 minutes. SD. So thank you as well. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, it's just so easy to get. I've been loving like time management though, like being able to do time or getting good or at least better at time management. It's been pretty nice, honestly. Really difficult. You just have to kind of
I typically have an alarm. So I basically have like a calendar. I use the calendar app on my phone for important events. Anything, of course, I'm doing daily, I don't typically set an alarm because it doesn't really matter. What is it? So calendar for like important events or like one-off events, like per month. If something happens per month or whatever it is. Usually, if it's like a weekly event, it's usually not that big of a deal. It's usually for things that happen like once or twice a month or something like that. Or if it's like a few months away, I'll set an alarm, or like a birthday or something like that. Now that doesn't mean I always read my alerts, read my calendar, to be fair, but most of the time, it's usually what I do. And of course I have like my clock app, which has a timer on it, that I use for like interval stuff, or and then what's the next one? I have actual time alarms, so like work. I have one set for like 8:30 to go to work, 5:30 to clock out and stuff like that. 12 o'clock for lunch, 12:30. But that's what I do, so. I have one for like every type of situation. As long as I listen to the alarm and I don't ignore it. Because I absolutely have done that a couple times already. Yeah, sometimes I have to like really trust these alarms, because sometimes I just don't trust them for some reason. I don't know why, which is very ironic considering they're my own alarms. But yeah, kind of weird. And then of course, if you're talking like doing tasks and stuff like that, I have a spreadsheet with a bunch of things I want to do. So this is stuff that's like bucket list stuff, basically. Like if I want to learn a certain skill or reach a certain objective or something like that, then I do like Google Sheets. So I typically don't take notes like on like skills anymore or learning. Unless I guess unless someone's teaching me a skill, maybe then I might do that. But for the most part, I just ask them to repeat if I'm not listening for some reason. But yeah, it's kind of. I have a tool for everything, basically. At that point, it's basically just, do I listen or not?
from a time management standpoint, I have every tool. Now, my issue right now, oddly enough, for time management is balancing stuff. So, like, here's an example, like, this is probably the last thing I really need to, I guess, optimize in some way. And that is balancing my actual day-to-day tasks. Like how I said those tasks, those, that spreadsheet, how I talked about, like, how long I spend doing those, that's kind of the difficult part. Is balancing, say, like, drumming, in my case, drumming, and doing this project. I also play another game that I've kind of been pioneering a bit. And, what else? I have to do training for my job to, well, I don't technically have to, but if I want to get, you know, more exposure to the job that I'm learning and get more skills, then I gotta do it. So. Oh yeah, cheat sheets are really nice. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So like, I don't know if I should just spend like a certain amount of time for each. So like, say for example, I take that spreadsheet. I don't know if I should just do a like hyper focus on one thing, you know, and then just go with it. Or like, do I spend like 2 hours doing this, 3 hours doing this thing? You know what I mean? It's really, really weird. Or I should make, technically I probably should make multiple spreadsheets. Probably one for studying, one for drumming, and then one for whatever, I don't know. Mostly those two. Those are the big ones though, because those take the most amount of time. Oh, sorry, well, I guess technically this too. I guess doing this too, streaming. Well, so, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Sports are nice, honestly. Anything that's like athletic, would recommend. If you don't have anything else. Obviously, if you are doing other stuff, then it's probably not that big of a deal, but if you don't really have much, I would recommend one. If you don't have any other ambition or ambitions to other things. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure that one out. Because it's like, certain things will take longer than other things, right? Like, but it's hard for me to gauge like how long to put for each one. I don't know if I should do like 3 hours for each. I think 3 hours might be a pretty good amount of time for something. 4 hours may be too much time, I don't really know. And obviously I gotta set an alarm for it, that's the most important thing. So if I'd be like, okay, I have 3 hours to do whatever I want with drumming, I guess I could make a spreadsheet for each one. Obviously with streaming it's different, because streaming it's like, it's streaming, I mean, what am I going to be doing here? I already know what I'm going to be doing. It's not like, I don't really have any choices here, let's be honest here. I'm just mining coal, right? Like, I already have a plan, so that's not really that big of a deal. That's probably what I'll do. I really don't know what else I want to do in that area. So I would, in a perfect world, from a hobby standpoint, if I wasn't drumming or anything, or anything like that, this is what I would recommend. So I would devote some time to reading, some time to some athletic thing. It could be working out, it could be running, it could be anything like that. Anything that involves some type of like good physical activity, swimming even. Those should be the two main things, and then one for one random hobby. So like any game, one game, whatever. Either a game, music. It could even be like freaking volunteer work or something. I don't know. That's my recommendation. For that, but I don't know. It could just be chill time for Christ's sakes. It doesn't even have to be anything that's that important. But I say those first two are the most important, I would say. And of course, write down your goals and stuff like that too. I would highly recommend doing that. Honestly, I literally might make a separate spreadsheet for both at this point. I'm kind of like on the fence of doing that. Just so I separate them right, so I just have some separation between the two. Because if I kind of combine them, then it gets kind of mixed in my brain. Also, give me just a second. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do much, just something. Anything you really realistically can do. But before I do that, before I continue, I'm actually going to yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick, actually. That sounds like a weirdly good idea that I just kind of thought of. So, I'm gonna split my SOPs from... Oh. Uh... So I have a drumming one for me. And then, let me rename this real fast. And then studying, I guess. Because there's nothing else I have to really... So, I'm gonna be studying a lot of stuff. Like, this is like, I'm basically just gonna be dumping information into my head, basically. Like, here's the thing. It's like, I need to have to just trust information. What I mean by that, by the way, is like, even if I don't understand something, I'm still gonna process it, right? I still want to keep it in mind. Just to have a better... It sounds weird. It's like, I'm gonna be studying different bodies of knowledge. So first, because of my job, since it's CNC related and like closely related to tech and mechanics and stuff like that, I'm going to be learning stuff like that. Just a bunch of stuff, like so many different subjects, so many different branches, and just general stuff. Even if it's, here's the thing, a lot of this stuff I'm probably never gonna use, or at least a good amount of this stuff I'm never gonna use, but it's gonna help me learn other stuff faster, if that makes sense. It's just a nice little foundation, I guess, solid foundation of information. It's just basically all CNC is using machines to cut material, basically. You're just using machines to make precise cuts and make pieces. It's computer numerical control, I think is what it's called. I think that's the acronym. But that's what I'm doing. It seems weird, like, it's like, I don't care about the skills, all I care about is the concepts, you know what I mean? Like, I just want the concepts from the books. It's almost like people reading about principles of, like, general principles about life and different subjects and, say, like, technology, mechanics,
like say HVAC, electrical, you know what I mean? Just just a bunch of different things. Physics, like different sciences, a bunch of subjects in math. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So just consume as much as I can. Because I know in the future it will make my life much easier. And because honestly I just want to be more well-rounded in that area anyway, because I know I don't really know that much about really almost anything, so I want to know more things, I guess. So that's kind of why I'm doing it.
Also, I just love exploring topics and stuff like that.
First aid is also a subject I'm covering as well. It's a bunch of topics. Like just to go slowly down the list, it's basically like the job stuff, so like CNC, CAD stuff, CAM stuff, so like software to design all of the parts and stuff like that, since it's a cabinetry place. Woodworking, cabinetry itself. What else? Any other branch of mechanics like HVAC, electrical, plumbing. What else? Even stuff like landscaping, general tools, uses for those tools, stuff like that. Keep going down. Something like tech, so like a bunch of branches of tech, so like all those CompTIA certificates, which are like neutral certificates of just all the different domains of technologies. So like computer hardware, networking, cloud computing. Here's the thing though, I want to be very deliberate about this. I'm not gonna just learn everything. Like what I mean by that is I'm not gonna hyper focus on one thing. I'm gonna try to get as much foundational. It's like I'm laying like this like the, I don't know, a concrete for a house or something like that. I'm trying not to put too much into one. I'm just gonna process and learn. Even if I don't understand it, I don't care, to be honest. If I do, sure. If I don't, sure. It's a win in both areas, because it means I need to know more about, or I can know more about it later, or I already know about it, if that makes sense. So it's a win-win, basically. If I do know about it, or I... Yeah, I remember I did half a semester of woodworking. I didn't really learn too much, to be fair. But here's the thing, I don't really care about the skills. Like, I kind of have to do some of the, obviously I have to do some of the skills because the job I have right now involves a lot of woodworking, so I have to kind of, you know, put myself through that. Which, it's pretty fun. But I don't care about the skills. All I literally care is, like, the components, the knowledge, like what everything is, basically. I want to, like, know a little bit about everything, at least, just to help learn other things, because knowledge is very snowbally, if that makes sense. If I learn this one thing, it'll help me learn other things, basically. But I'm basically taking that to the extreme, essentially. So, that's basically all I'm doing. But I can't really explain what I'm actually studying. I guess other things. After tech, I'll be going into math. And then I'll be, which that's already kind of a rabbit hole on its own, which I really probably won't understand some of that stuff. And then after that, science. Which, to be fair, that math one will be really important. Surprisingly, a lot of concepts in math are actually pretty nice. Because a lot of learning is just abstract thinking, right? When you're learning something, you're typically just visualizing. And math gives you a pretty nice, diverse array of tools to visualize and understand something, right? Yeah, it was mandatory for me as well.
half a semester. I forgot what the other option was. I can't remember what the other option was, but I just took woodworking. I don't remember if there actually, I don't even remember if there was another option. Cooking is in there, finances is in there. Sewing is not in there. Not putting sewing in there. Maybe in the future, but I'm not putting sewing in there. Oop, there you go, 30-minute alarm. Water alarm. Just to keep going down my list, sciences, and then we have stuff like that's more mixed. So like, engineering's in there. Yeah, engineering. What else? Art, history, so like art meaning like going back to music theory, oddly enough. I'll just refresh on that. Photography, video editing, I don't know, like some of this stuff of course is pretty much never gonna be great when it comes to from a theory standpoint, but I don't know, I'm really just embracing theory, I guess, in general. Just the importance of theory. Realistically, but... Engineering is already gonna be hard enough, but learning in German, oh my god, dude. I think I'll be fine. That's a while away though, to be fair. I already have a book for everything on Kindle. It's one book for each one. There's some additional reading that I've had that someone else has made, like a reading list, but they don't cover. It's like nutrition and religion, and it's like self-improvement books basically, which will help, you know, round out my knowledge, of course. But what I might do, actually, this may sound ridiculous, but by the way, some of these textbooks are like 800 pages or something like that, maybe even more. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm gonna slowly grind these books, like, and of course, the more I learn, the faster I'll learn this stuff. So it's like, it will snowball to some degree, especially once I get into the math and sciences. But what I might do is read and then reread them. Sounds ridiculous for me to say, because it's like, if I read them, I'll have the context, and then it just reinforces the context. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, you're just repeating. I don't know how much that will help, but like, let's say for example I learn math and then sciences. The problem with, I think the only flaw with that, of course, is actually wait, no, that's actually, never mind. I changed my mind. I forgot math and science. I guess math would come before. Math would precede sciences, but well, let's take some of the mechanics one, like HVAC, or like automotive stuff, which is in there. Some of that stuff may have science I don't know, but if I learn them and then relearn them, then it's like I'll have that predisposed knowledge. I mean, to be fair, the CNC machine, both CNC machines we have at that I have at work, or not really I have, but work has, is German. So, and I'm pretty sure the edge banding thingy that basically you just wrap this like thin layer of material around the edges of the board, or sides of the board, I guess. It's also German, the machine that does it. So one of them is called the... One of them is the, Shoot, what is it? I'm trying to think of the edge bander. I don't know that much about the edge bander, though. Felder... Why can I not remember the name? I just remembered it like 5 seconds ago. Felder is the actual brand, though, by the way. Why can't I not remember the name? Give me just a second. Felder H10. I think it's just H10. Felder Profit H10. Yeah, Felder Profit. Oh, Format 4. Yeah, Felder Format 4 Profit H10. I think Format 4 Profit H10 is the actual model. I know Felder is the actual company that makes it, but there's the Profit H08 as well. That is like the smaller version that we have. We have the more production one, which is the H10, and then the H08, which is more hobbyist. Well, I say hobbyist until you realize that they're like $100,000 or $250,000 each. The big one's $250,000. The other one was $100,000 on sale. So it's like hobbyist in air quotes. I say that. Very lucrative hobby. Let's be honest here. Holy Christ. Very expensive hobby. I don't remember what the edge bender was called. I may learn about the edge bender, but I don't really need to know that much about it because I'm not going to be bothering on the edge bender, to be honest. I'm really going to be specializing in the CNC and the software side. For sure. That's what I really want to get into, is the CNC programming, and because remember I did want to get into programming, and I think going into CNC programming might be my best bet to at least get into some kind of programming aspect. Something programming. Oh, Felder's Australian? Oh, okay, never mind then. Maybe Format 4 is the actual... I swear, maybe the machine is... Because I know the instruction manual is German. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's like manufactured in Germany or something like that. Could be completely wrong on that, but I'm already at 285. God dang, man. I definitely think I'm gonna hit 300, level 300, but yeah.
pretty sure that machine is German. Or at least it's manufactured in Germany. Oh, that makes more sense. I actually did not know that. That's interesting. So Australia has German. I actually did not know that. So it actually is really an interesting. You have the Felder. Builder, which is a manufacturer, which is Australia, and then you have Format 4, which is the type of machine, then you have the model, which is the Prophet H10. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, Austria, never mind. I don't know why I said Austria. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, God dang it. Austria. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting to know though. God dang it. Okay. I like how I just added that L in there. So Felder's Austria. Austria's first language is, or their primary language, I guess, is German. Okay. I was so confused when I said that. I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I guess I kind of went with it for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. Okay, that's interesting. Really? Come back, please. Give me my crafting table back. You're really not gonna give me my crafting table back? I thought you... There we go, okay. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind, actually, because I know eventually my mom plans on wanting to do a European trip at some point. I'll have to keep that in mind for it being a main language, or one of the main languages over there. Because I do want to learn at least the basics of each of wherever we're going. I don't even remember, to be honest. I'll have to write down all the places we're going to and just learn the languages. obviously I'm not gonna get much out of it because how fast can I actually learn these languages? I mean, you know, like at least I want to at least understand somewhat of like what people say, and like even if I have to use like very small words or something like that. I mean, obviously there's probably gonna be people who do speak English there, but I think it would be nice to at least know something, you know other languages in that area. I at least feel better about myself. I would say that, at least. But that's good to know, though. Maybe that will be like the first thing I learn. First language I learn. Either that or something else, I don't know. I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. I may have to make language learning a priority. It just depends on how fast I get through my list. Because I have no idea. Some of these books are pretty massive. All things considered. Like, I'm talking thousands of pages, if not. Okay, that's good to know. Just like if someone does speak it, I just want to at least like understand what they're saying to some capacity. Like even if it's like keywords. Like I'm not gonna probably know the structure of like how sentences work and stuff like that, and you know how to use them and stuff like that. But oh yeah, food, drinks, direction. Food and drinks especially. Because I mean, the only time I'm really probably gonna be interfacing with that language probably is gonna be mostly food, drinks, and directions. Can't really get around those, let's be honest here, I mean. I'll keep that in mind as well, especially those three things. I just don't know where we're going. I know we're going to a few places, and they all probably possibly speak different languages. I just don't know where. Or at least as a primary language they probably speak. I don't really know though. Oh, like you're talking like, I wouldn't say like slang, but I think I kind of know what you mean. Is that kind of what you mean? Like kind of like a slang as a local dialect? Like not as, I guess, formal, you could say. Yeah, no, I know what you mean though. Like, I'm not talking like current language type of thing, but just like specific to that, I guess, sub area, subculture. Almost like in the US, there's southern and northern, right? Like we have like slightly different words that we use or terminology or stuff like that. Kind of like that. Is that what you mean? That would make more sense then. Why it would be more difficult. God dang it, man. Of course. Of course there is. I've never understood languages. Up, Arca. Yeah, pretty much. I'm probably gonna stream for another hour. I'm gonna try to stream for 3 hours. I'm gonna keep that mentality of 3 hours. I think 3 hours makes the most sense. Shit, I'm going to set an oh wait, no. I can't do an alarm for that. Oh well. I'll just check the time occasionally, I guess. I think 3 hours makes sense. 3 hours is enough time to do stuff, but it's like, you know, it's enough time to gain momentum in something and actually get something out of that time. But it's not too long where I'm like dragging my feet, you know what I mean? Or collapsing or whatever. Mentally just collapsing. Yeah, 3 hours is like a nice sweet spot in my opinion. No, I'm good. It's just allergies. These allergies aren't even happening. This isn't even that bad of allergies. It could get so much worse. They really do. It's not the worst thing though. I'd rather have just plain old allergies than, you know, be allergic to, you know, something like peanuts or something like that. I'd rather have that, or I'd rather have this, what I have right now, than be allergic to any kind of food or anything. Absolutely. If given the choice, of course. Yeah, it's just pollen. Like cedar, stuff like that. I think it's mostly just cedar. Like, I'll take that over any, like, bee sting, like, bee allergy. Absolutely, I'll take that over anything like that. Like, this is at least somewhat tolerable. At least I won't, like, die for it or anything. I do know someone who has really, really bad allergies, though. Where they have been put in the hospital, but that's like pretty rare, to be fair. Mine have never gotten that bad. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard anyone be allergic to metals. I didn't even really know that was even possible, to be honest. Like, I knew people could get, like, allergic to almost anything. Oh, Jesus. Not paying attention. But dang. Drink some more water. Yep. More water. Actually, I'm gonna go grab some more water. Okay. How would you survive by being allergic to water anyway? You just have to eat stuff, like broken stuff down, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how would you? Because most drinks and stuff like that contain water. Unless you're talking like direct contact to water. So it's more contact based. It's not like external. It's like external allergies in a way, where it's like if it touches skin or whatever. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, how do you even survive if you're like purely allergic to it? Like, I've always thought like, you know, digesting it and stuff like that. I'm like, how would someone even live?
Wait, then how do you take showers or anything like that? You just not? After the nether in the end, I have no idea, to be honest. I'm probably done with streaming after that. But, about 20, probably around 30 hours. Like, on the, maybe a little bit less than that, actually. Probably like 27, 28 more hours of coal mining. Maybe less, actually. This is going on fairly quickly, so... This may not actually be that... This may not actually take that long. I have no idea. God, mining the 30 million by 30 million. I guess the only way you could really take a shower by being allergic to water is like you'd have to do like super low doses, or you have to be very specific. Or you just have to dry off immediately, I don't know. Like instantly, so you do like certain spots in your body and then just dry it off, you know what I mean? Or actually, couldn't you just use like, this might sound weird, really weird actually, but couldn't you use stuff like, actually no, that still would be water-based, isn't it? Like hydrogen peroxide, or, actually that's still kind of crazy to say that. But any type of like, you know, wipes or anything, maybe not hydrogen peroxide, that's a little too much. But any of those wipes or anything like that? Actually, you wouldn't be able to wash your hair. Would your hair be affected? Actually, how would that work? I could feel the heat from my PS4 on the side of my arm. Like, dang, this PS4 is... Even the PS4 Pro, it's still kinda slugging in terms of cooling. Yeah, honestly. Love coal. I can put that for all of the things. I love torches, sponges, sand. Just make a whole lineup. That'd be kind of funny. Sponge. Yeah, honestly, really anything like that. Mining. I've definitely done that before.
Pronouncing words wrong unintentionally. Yep, no coal will be left behind, or at least as much as I can find. Or at least as much as I can get. You know, I think I've actually only had like maybe one dream ever of this project. Ever. Maybe two. It's really strange. You would think I'd have more. Even then, I don't even really know if I'd even consider it. I don't know how many, by the way. I just know it's like, it's not many. I could probably count them on my hand, to be honest. It's not like I remember my dreams anyway. Surprisingly. What's up, Hubter? Yeah, I finished it a while back, like 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. Kekper. Okay. More water. Okay. Last 30 minutes. The answer is always yes. Patreon stuff. Like putting the signs up and doing stuff like that. And then, obviously that won't take very long, and then it's the nether. Actually, really, it's preparation, I guess. Nether prep stuff. Like, getting pickaxes, figuring out how I'm even gonna tackle the nether. I'm, like, not 100% sure. Stuff like that. Yeah, it was I always save coal for last, so. I go from lowest amount to highest most of the time. So it could be like diamond, lapis, gold, iron, and then coal, or something like that. Redstone too, so. It's like diamond, lapis, redstone, gold, iron, and then coal. I think it's the order I usually go in.
feel that. Yeah, I feel the same way, somewhat. It definitely can be a blessing to some degree.
I can't either. What's up, Lou? Good luck. Pretty good. Just mining a lot of coal. Also 10 minutes left, by the way. Till I end the stream. I forgot to mention it. I forgot you're new. At least, well, new to this stream, at least. So. God dang, that was a while back. hours did you have before mining the coal? I don't remember. 120, 125,000, somewhere around there. Somewhere around that number at least. I just started mining today, so. Something like that. So around that number. Yeah, it's like 30 hours. It's gonna be over 30 hours of just mining. It's not counting the placing I had to do, which is another, like, 15 or whatever. 10, 15, I don't know. I'll have to look at how many hours I spent actually placing. But, still a lot. Like, it's like over 40 hours at least. 40 hours, minimum. Okay, maybe a little bit, I would go that, I don't know. Like 40, 45 hours, I would say, give or take. Pretty good. What's up, Caleb? Yeah, I took a long break though, to be fair.
Oh yeah. It's a game lag.
It's like it's trying to load all the chests and stuff like that. Okay. I think I'm going to go and head up, and now it's been 3 hours, and I wanted to end at 3 hours, so. I think I'm gonna go and head out for now. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. I don't really know at this point. I kind of just go on a whim at this point. Yeah, day. Yeah, it's not that late for me. So, all right, thank you. I'll see you guys later.